Episode number 8 or 9. No, we're going. We've been rolling.
Yeah, but are we doing the tune?
No.
We
Did
can't
you want to
without-
sing?
We can't
We
do
doing
without
it
playing
soon.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to Talk. Oh, no, actually, we'll just let you do the intro.
Exactly.
From Down Under.
Welcome to Talk Footy to Me.
No, do the tune. No, you gotta hold it.
Oh, I'm doing the tune.
Yeah, you do
all right. Dun 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 dun. Talk Footy to Me. That's all I got.
Okay.
Like that.
That was good. Thank you so much. We have Joel with us today on the podcast. He came in from Australia, Down Under. And to start off the topic, we are going to begin with the Emu Wars of 1843 or 1943?
No, 19.
19.
Is it 1920 something?
I think it. Okay, fair enough.
1923?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
was
Am I looking
Australian
this up?
found?
We probably should.
Yeah.
I think it's 1923.
Just playing my
So-
business.
A little preface of the Emu Wars. It is a official documented war in Australia.
1930.
1930. So the only army worse than the French is the Australians. They went to war with an animal species and lost. They had to retreat.
It lasted a whole month. Not only did we suck, we sucked for a whole month. Oh,
Imagine-
Western Australia, that's why.
Context?
WA, Perth. Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means.
East Coast, West Coast.
Gotcha.
They're beaches though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, yeah, I'm from the West Coast, so I thought. Okay. I can't do this.
Okay, so Joel, do you want to give a kind of a background of what happened with the Emu Wars so that our American listeners, all 19 of them, know what's going on?
Well, I mean, you kind of just explained it.
No. Explain.
That's how much I know. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's probably more emus than there was Australians, is my context, in the 1930s. So we were like, hey, these guys are pests, let's get rid of them. So the actual, like, Australian army, like, this isn't just like a bunch of, like, outback hoo-has that are like, pow pow. This is like the army went to war with them and failed. And the emus won.
Yeah, it didn't do much to
Some-
stop the
And what did they
population.
turn into?
They turned into cassowaries.
Yeah,
Those things are terrifying. Ugh.
yeah.
All right. Hey, Day, how are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Hey, what are you doing this weekend?
Okay. Nothing. What are you doing this weekend?
That's a very forward question.
I'm gonna be at the soccer convention. So
Not even any context for it.
Zero.
but we're having a good time. Okay, today's conversation is about grassroots development and what does that look like? When should a player start playing? How do you tell a parent that their kid sucks? Things like that. So we'll kind of start it off in a little bit of a basic discussion. When do we think it is too late to really start your grassroots development or start training?
2 years old.
That's too late.
It's the most foreign thing I've ever heard. Man.
Okay, that's like my joke quota for the next like 3 minutes. At least.
What did he say?
Joel. Last one. I'm done now.
Restart the
Sparks are
question
flying.
and go that way.
Okay, so when is it too late to start player development in soccer?
That's a good question.
Turn it over to you, Day, being the youngest one here. How young were you when you started playing soccer?
I started playing soccer like as soon as I could walk, but then when I started playing club soccer with like a coach that was like developing me, I would say, I was 8. So there's that.
What's it look like in Australia?
I mean, I don't think there's like a set age. I don't think you can pinpoint it to that. I think everyone's kind of got like I don't know, different stories. I mean, I started playing properly outside of like just backyard. I started when I was 8, I think, as well. I know guys that are playing back home like semi-professionally and they only played community, or I think you guys call it rec football over here, soccer, sorry, until they were like 14, 15. But then they still made it into like semi-professional football. So, and like, I mean, when you hit like the YDP, like your youth phase, like everyone develops physically different, and that makes a huge difference as well. So, I don't know. I don't think there's a set age to it, in my opinion.
What about the trainees?
Oh, we started early. So we did rec, I want to say between 5 and 6 years old. I joined my first travel soccer team at 8. And it was like a one and done thing. It was like, either you make it or you don't play anymore. So that's how it started, and I just didn't look back. Started at 8.
How old do you think you need to be to have the basics down?
Before, ideally,
Yeah. Probably before college, right?
I would say sub-teenage.
You would think.
Sub-teenage?
Yeah,
Like 12?
yeah, let's say like between 12 and 13, yeah.
Probably hanging up if you can't.
I would say try harder, but
No, just done. That's it.
it's a while.
Joel?
Yeah, like, I mean,
Thanks.
yeah.
So, on to the next question, which is kind of in the grassroots age. And I think this is a lot of change actually from like the Spanish way to, you know, the English way, America. I think everybody's just different. But a lot of people go back and forth on what should you teach first. Should you get somebody very proficient at dribbling or at being able to control and pass the ball? Because I think a lot of times some clubs are like, where people are like, oh, just work on dribbling, your foot skills, all of that, and then they don't know how to actually trap the ball and pass. Or there's people that do the opposite, and they just work on passing their whole life, and then they turn into a center back. Because they don't know how to dribble. It's personal. So, yeah, kind of, what do you guys think should be taught first? Over to you, Emma Day.
Well, as a player who was taught possession,
Emma_J.
it was close, not quite, but
Say that again.
from from possession soccer. Okay, Nick, Colin, you just go. I'm a center back too now, so I don't know how to.
Let's see. That was good.
I'm sweating. My upper lip is sweating.
Did he make you that nervous?
All right.
I didn't want to be a part of this
Suck
today.
at dribbling. I think when you do it from top down, we don't really have much of an identity, like in our national teams, outside of Australians like grit, like grr, like we'll never die, never say die attitude. But technically,
He lost to emus.
that's it. It's from the animals to the humans, which it's just inbred in us. No, like we have never historically been a technical nation. So once we hit, I mean, this is talking from Queensland's perspective primarily, but once you hit 12, 13 years old,
A little bit closer.
once you hit 12, 13 years old, a lot of focus goes then to tactical 11v11, and coaches back home just will not teach the foundations or continue to teach the foundations. So, I mean, dribbling, I think for us is huge. We don't have number 10s or like fullbacks or wingbacks that are just like very good at actually going forward and creative and happy to take players on 1v1. So I think, from my perspective, that's what I would say is dribbling, but continuing it, like you can't never stop learning,
True.
I guess.
I think it's Well, personally, I think it's important for coaches to develop that that possession style of soccer first, and then kind of that dribbling aspect, I think, is more on the player themselves to kind of improve on. What was the question?
Do you want to focus on, at a young age for grassroots, focusing on controlling and being able to pass the ball first, or focus on dribbling first?
Okay, I still got my answer then. Okay, I'm all over the place. Can we just move on? But did you get my answer? Was that a good answer?
Well,
I'm sorry,
I feel
just
like
go.
you were heading there.
Yeah, you were heading
You
there.
were
think
about
you
to have a
kinda
really good
stopped.
answer.
Yeah, I was nervous that I didn't have the question right.
Okay, do you want to continue, or?
I already forgot. Just move on.
I'm gonna chime in on that because there's one
This is stressing me out.
there are a lot of young kids that coaches do take over too early.
Thanks,
and try to
Chad.
teach them too much tactical stuff, and there's no creativity. There's no creativity at the young age. So let them be creative, and then later on, I would say in their later teenage years, then bring them into the tactical side of that. But their creativity and their fundamentals should be pretty set by then. But now it's kind of the other side of that. It's like now everybody's so focused on the tactical side, they forget about the creativity of it.
Agreed.
Thanks, guys. Okay, this is a random side question, kind of.
Oh.
Throw-ins. I feel like young kids don't know how to throw the ball in.
Young kids? Well, adults don't know how to throw the ball in.
Nobody knows. Would you like to join in?
That's what I'm saying. Can we switch for this one?
No.
Oh.
Just for the throw-in part?
We're not done with you yet.
Well, she had Bliffy. She had Bliffy.
Bro, like this.
Our best player doesn't know how to throw the ball
Seb,
in.
can you just pan over to the audience really quick? Dave, you have to be inside.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry.
I don't think anyone teaches how to do a throw-in anymore.
Technique or where the ball should go?
Both. Like, I think that if we had a class called throw-ins,
It'd be
probably
full.
do all right.
Sadly, that's true.
Yeah, that is,
There's some speds out there. Oh, there's some bad players.
Because I'll never understand it as an adult. Like, why are you throwing the ball, like, to my stomach? Like, what are you doing? Throw the ball to my feet. Throw the ball to my head so I can flick it over. Should not go anywhere else. But no, they just throw it. Hope for the best. I don't understand it.
No, I think it's so bad. Like, I feel like that's a thing that, like, when I was a kid and when you were a kid, like, people were doing, like, the flip throw-ins, like, being able to launch it all the way to the
Right.
box, like...
That's how our
For
club
every
team
kid that
won
can flip
year
those,
after
we
year
all wanna
after
flip
year.
wheels. Just why?
We called her the flying Hawaiian, our flip throw girl.
Was she actually Hawaiian?
Yes.
It'd be weird if she was.
Okay, let's talk about the parents that think their kids are all the next Messi or the next Alex Morgan. How do you guys let them down easy when they're bad?
You don't. Just let them believe. Whoops, sorry.
Dude, that cute.
That was really good.
Let 'em believe.
Whoops, I don't know who that is. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh.
You let them believe.
Me?
Yeah.
The crash is always really hard. But
I've made two parents cry.
There's
when
a-
their kid was bad.
well,
Do you
here's,
mean like let them find out themselves?
yeah, like let them find out themselves. Like I'll teach you everything you need to know. I'll put you through training, but it has to. I could say whatever I want to say, but unless they find out from their peers that they're not very good, they're never actually gonna not believe that. As far as the kids themselves.
I think a lot of people still find out from their peers they're not very good, but then they still think they're really good.
Ugh, those people just are delusional then.
Yeah.
The kid or the parent?
Oh, the parents? Oh, parents are a different story though. That's because there's some kids that know they're not very good, but their parents think they're really good, and that's way harder to deal with. When the kid knows and he's like, I gotta get better at this, and the parents are like, no, you're perfectly fine. You're the best player ever. I'm like, ooh.
Because what do you do? Like when you get asked the question, and they're like 6, 7, 8 years old, and they say, "Are they gonna make it?"
You just look at them and go, they're 8.
It's like,
They're 8.
yeah, but I just
They're 8. There's still a lot of development at 8.
it's ridiculous. But like more than once been asked that question, and there's genuinity in their voice when they say it. I don't know what that word is. You know what I mean.
Yes.
But like they genuinely, they're asking you that question. Like, are they gonna? It's like exactly what you said when I'm playing.
It's
Like,
and then the other question becomes is where do their parents see this? Like I would like to see this from their parents' eyes, like what makes this kid so special. That's one thing I always try to see. Because sometimes there is a kid that's really good and they just are really, what do you say, they don't have the confidence. And once they get that confidence, then you see, like, yeah, that kid's really good. And then there's some kids that just are not fundamentally there. They could probably get there, but also that holds a lot of kids back as well.
yeah. I mean, that comes down to pressure as well.
Yeah.
Pressure from parents. Chad.
Thanks, Joel. Back to you, Ronnie.
Oh my gosh, Ronnie.
So, on that, I guess, what should a parent's expectation be for their kids?
I wish we all looked at her at the same time.
Yeah.
That would have been frightening.
We going by age group or like just in general?
For grassroots, we're only talking grassroots.
Okay.
Say, what's the expectation for?
Grassroots
Parents.
players, yeah.
Grassroots
Parents.
players, parents.
They need to see it as under a certain age, development of that player is what's key. Like, as far as like kids I would say pre 11v11, don't worry about the score too much. Don't worry about what positions they play. Worry about how they develop as a player and how they develop as that person on the field. Because I think a lot of times they get too caught up in like, oh, they lost like 12-0 or they won 12-0. I'm like, yeah, but like,
You're not going to remember it.
yeah, and that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When
Well, Miss Delgado had something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, even if the development of like their child looks like it's going a little bit slower, I think making sure that they're within like a good soccer environment and like good coaching to better like just making sure that they're getting the development needed, even if it's not processing right away. Eventually, like, it'll start clicking as they get older and like stuff like that. So there's mine. I just think good environments.
That was good.
Thanks.
proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Well done, Dave.
Thanks,
Anything else,
guys.
When thanks, Chad. When over here do kids like does a table come into play?
Technically grassroots. Grassroots is the very bottom of the table.
No. Like what age? Like what age do kids just play? Like what Colin was saying, and when does it become like oh no, we have a table and we go into finals, playoffs?
7.
Yeah, I think
Under
it starts.
seven?
It starts.
What's a
super early.
table?
Where
Ladder.
What's a ladder?
Team,
What are you
like,
talking
about?
Standings. There we
Oh.
go. Standings. Yeah, like
Okay.
you have teams and then like they get certain points and stuff like that. Like it starts pretty early.
7?
Yeah, it starts pretty early.
That's crazy.
But like none of that matters. Like when you're that young, it really doesn't.
I could talk for like 20 minutes here.
Oh, okay. I was just going to ask you why 6 is scared of 7.
My 6s go to 7.
Why 6 is scared of 7.
Oh. Ask it anyway.
Because 7, 8, 9.
These are my coworkers. Like I come and do this all the time. Like this is what
We
I have.
met 20 minutes ago.
Oh god. Dave, you've been gone for like 2 weeks.
I was gone for 2 weeks. Dude, I come back into this.
You're welcome. Would have been nice. No, a thank you would have been nice.
Yep, there you go.
We say you're welcome. Anyway, I'm assuming it sounds like it's a massive issue over here, but we don't go to 11v11 until under 14s now, back home. So we don't have a ladder, standings, table, playoffs.
I'm following.
Cool. Until under 13s is the first year. So up until under 12s, which they call SAP, you're just playing for the sake of playing. So obviously the idea is development.
Yeah.
The issue is, I think this comes down to coaches' education or ego, and I mean coming back to parents, is expectations, is parents think, oh, we need to be winning 12-0 in order for my kid to be developing. And it's like, well, again, no one's going to remember 12-0 loss or win in 3 weeks' time because you're under 10s. So like it should be all development driven rather than results driven, but it comes down to expectation that parents put on the kid, the coach and like their philosophy and their approach, and the club as well. Which, yeah, I mean, it's good that under 12s, 13s is when we start, under 13s, sorry, but it's still not there. I mean, yeah, so many coaches this season I saw, they're just so focused on winning. And it's like, I know learning how to win is still development, but when you can't even like dribble the ball or you can't even pass the ball, 1 touch, 2 touch, left foot, right foot, like, forget about it. Forget about it.
Actually, you do.
Thanks, Joel.
Something really important there too, because you're like, at the wrong age to focus on winning, and the wrong age later on, they don't have the development. It should be the other way around, because then you'll find older players that don't know how to win. They just know how to play the game, and that also becomes a problem.
Well,
And how to lose.
if we want to talk development, my soccer team together from 8 to 18, we didn't win a game, I think, until we were probably 14. Like we would. No, but we played really good soccer. Was my point. Was we had a really good coach who did.
Goalkeeper spot?
No. Our goalkeeper was actually really good, and that's when she started getting invited to national team camps. Okay, because her team would get scored on a lot, but she'd make some nice saves here and there. Thank you. Anyways, possession. But we focus on possession mainly, and although we lost a lot of games, you know, when we were young, there got to a point when we were like 16 where we didn't lose for years or get scored on in games because of how we were.
Yeah, because the development was
Yeah, because that's
they
what.
did the right things first.
Exactly.
No, that's good.
I mean, is it very normal for you guys over here to actually play in the same team for multiple seasons?
Yeah, it used to be, because that's how it was when I was growing up. Like, you had the same, more or less the same players for years on your
Right.
team.
I
You
thi-
added
yeah.
some
Sorry.
people left and some people came in, but like, pretty much you had the same guys for a long time.
No, it's like half a team will change every year.
Gosh.
I think it's with all of the other, like with ECNL and GA, and every year teams are changing and people want to go play on whatever is the next and greatest up and coming. And so I think that's what causes so many
Yeah,
teams to not stay together.
could get on the league's topic for ages, but okay. So on to the hat trick of the day. Hat trick of the day, inspired by Australia and Emu Wars. What are your 3 most terrifying animals that you are most scared of? All right, we will start with Colin.
Wait, we have to come up with 3 between us or 3
No,
each?
3 each. Can't take somebody else's.
Aw,
And
man.
it's a snake draft. Goes down, back, down.
Oh, I'm going right now.
Yeah.
Saltwater crocodiles.
That's one. You don't go again.
Okay,
No,
go ahead. Saltwater crocodiles.
I'm just gonna go with snakes. I'm taking that.
Like
You can't take all
the
snakes.
the whole genre of snake?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna like number 1 is gonna be like rattlesnakes. Then I'm gonna be like brown snakes. Then
But
I'm gonna be
Yeah, that's very different.
Bro, you're afraid of
rattlesnakes are
garden snakes?
native to Southern California and they're scary.
For garden snakes?
Why are you getting further and further away?
Sorry, I just pushed myself away.
But you said snakes as a whole. Those are snakes.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to buy like father one.
Can we do a revote and say that doesn't count?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you pick a
fine.
scarier snake? Can you
Fine.
pick?
I'm gonna say snakes native to Australia. I am scared of. Does that work?
No.
Because there's a lot of snakes native.
Just give a specific.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Brown snakes.
Yeah, oh, dude,
Bro.
scary.
I
Oh,
have a problem with that.
yeah, rip. Oh.
Oh, Clarice would love that.
Sorry, you get February off.
Yes! You're welcome, Quavis.
I'm thinking of my animal.
we can tell.
Thank you.
Cockroaches.
Ooh.
They're nasty.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
You get
They're
to.
not a sign of cleanliness.
Okay.
No, and when you kill them, just, oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you don't need it.
Brown recluse spider. And
Oh yeah, we're going back around?
I think it's my
Yeah,
turn
let's go
again.
twice and we go back.
I need another
Oh, I can
one.
come up with one soon.
Yeah.
And let's go gorilla.
Gorilla. Brownback, like silverback gorilla.
Yep, like one that's hungry. Imagine a hungry gorilla. Like, are you staying in the same room?
Again, these are animals like if you came face to face with, like, yeah, that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like something big,
Oh, I got one.
but I've never. A big snake?
Can the podcast be over? Oh my god. Almost just died.
But I've never come face to face with like a bear, so I don't know. But like bear,
What kind of bear?
what type of bears are there? Like the ones you find in the bush?
Like there's grizzly bears, there's brown
Yeah.
bears,
No, grizzly.
there's polar bears. Polar bears are actually the most like.
No, grizzly. It's in the name. That's like grr. That's scary. Polar bear is like, oh, cute.
I'm gonna go with a hippo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's a good one.
We're gonna go with polar bears. Absolutely frightening animals.
You get-
What's the saying? What's the saying for bears? Brown lay down, if it's black, fight back.
Yes.
If it's white, good night.
Yes. We follow that in
Yeah,
California.
because if you see a polar bear and it can see you, you're going to die. You're going to die. Let's see here. Ooh, orcas. Killer whales.
yeah.
They play with their food and it's not okay.
So do crocs. Well, you pick that one.
Yeah, pick that one too.
You just don't like things that play with their food.
I don't like things that can just
Play with you.
eat pretty much. Like, that's not okay. It's not okay. Fling a grown man.
Okay, so brown snakes, hippos.
Should be afraid of shoebills and cassowaries, but that's all right.
I'm gonna. Do we count? Well, yeah. You said. I'm actually scared of I'm scared of ticks. It's pretty gross. Like.
We're gonna get shut down.
No. I'm gonna get Bro, that was good though.
That was good.
Heck yeah.
Yes,
it my go?
I'll take that.
You're not just handing that to me. I thought you wanted another joke.
Oh man. Oh, that's fucking great. That's just great.
Can I say the Aussie chick?
What?
Specifically from the sun.
I'm gonna go sharks.
As if no one said spiders.
Great white.
She said
Oh, that's right, but you made up a word.
Aussie chicks.
Okay.
Sharks.
Sharks.
like sharks as a whole?
You say great,
Yeah.
great white?
Yeah.
Okay, great whites are.
Have you come into contact with one?
No.
You haven't spoken with any?
No.
That's fair. I mean, my third, I guess. Redbacks aren't scary though, but I wouldn't want to get bitten by one. Huntsmen are scary. They're scary looking. Yeah.
From what I understand, they are because they're so big, they're terrifying, but they don't really do anything.
No, not really. So I'll say huntsman. I'll take out Aussie chicks, eliminate, and then I'll go huntsman.
But your honorable mention would be.
My honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunny Coast chick.
Yeah. Or what about flight attendants?
My sister's gonna be a flight attendant.
Oh, I don't want to meet her. But she'd follow you on Instagram.
Oh man.
And yours was great white sharks?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank you for tuning in with us today on Talk Footy to Me for all of your grassroots soccer information and our Australian native signing out.